Hey guys, it's me, the Alpha Empath, and I was teaching my students on Sunday night the difference between alpha male energy and the divine masculine. Well, I'm going to give you an example of what I consider to be the divine masculine, and I'm going to go back to the Bible. Now, if you know me and if you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm a pastor's kid and I'm also an ordained minister, okay? So here it is. I like Yahshua. Now, y'all call him Jesus, but I call him Yahshua. And Yahshua was a very great example of what it means to be divine masculine. And in his time, the alpha male was actually a guy named Pilate. That was his guy. He was the one that was running shit during the time. Now, here's the one thing about the divine masculine that I need you to understand. The divine masculine is not here to support what already exists. In fact, the divine masculine is here to tear that shit down and create something new. That's number one. So you have the kingdom of Pontius Pilate, and he is supporting the order that already exists. And here you have Yahshua, and he's coming to tear that shit down. That's what he's coming to do. So that the divine masculine and the alpha male always end up doing this. They always end up fighting, okay? Because they have two different agendas. The divine masculine is trying to bring forward a more spiritual type world, and the alpha male is trying to support what he has already created. Number two, the divine masculine always holds women accountable. Always. The divine masculine does not feed off of that damsel in distress bullshit. That is what the alpha male feeds off of for his ego's sake. You see, Yahshua always held women accountable all the time. When he's dealing with the woman at the well, he asks her, he says, "Where's your husband?" And she was like, "Oh, that fool, he off somewhere. He ain't nowhere around." And Yahshua says, "You have spoken truly, because the man that you got at home ain't even your goddamn husband, and your husband is away somewhere." See, the divine masculine is always going to check women on they bullshit, because the divine masculine knows that in order to bring the new kingdom into existence, the divine feminine has to be where she needs to be. That's number two, okay? And if you want to look at like nature, if you want to really understand the difference between the alpha male and the divine masculine, look at the difference between a shark and a killer whale. A killer whale is very family oriented. They travel in pods versus a shark. A shark is always out there by himself, trying to defeat everything, trying to kill everything, trying to conquer everything. But the divine masculine has a very nurturing and nourishing quality. That's another thing. Number four, the divine masculine is not about traveling in fucking crowds. He is not. That motherfucker, he's a rebel. He goes against the system, and he is not the good guy. He is not the good guy. Let me repeat that. He is not the typical boy next door good guy. I mean, you got to really think about what Yahshua did back in his day. It says the scripture, people in the Bible always talked about him because they said, "Look at this fool. He always out here with prostitutes, sinners, partiers and shit like that." You got to think about Yahshua. Yahshua said, "I'm going to Mary and Martha's house." The scripture says he spent the night at Mary and Martha's house. Y'all can say what y'all want to say, but that don't typically look like the boy next door. The divine masculine don't give a fuck about what looks good. He don't give a fuck about image at all. He's going to do whatever he has to do because there is something that he is trying to bring into existence. That is how he acts. So he is a rebel. So if you find a man, or if you are a man and you're like, "I don't really fit in here. I'm always trying to poke holes in the system. I'm always trying to, tear some shit down." You might be on the verge of birthing your divine masculine. I'm going to encourage you to keep going. You are not supposed to fit in with them. Just like Yahshua did not fit in with the Pharisees. He didn't fit in with the synagogue. He didn't fit in with the Sadducees. The divine masculine never, ever fits in with these men that are the alpha males in this society. He never does. Ever. So me as a woman, women tell me all the time, "Tiffany, You need an alpha male. I am not interested in an alpha male because I know the motherfucker's going to try to control me, and I don't want to be controlled. But the divine masculine understands that in order for him to do whatever he needs to do, he needs the divine feminine as a partner, not as a slave and not as a maid, and as his equal. That is the only type of person that I am interested in. So if you are a man and you have a little bit of rebel in you and you are trying to bring something different into this world, I commend you because you are representing the divine masculine. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.